Hi everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to another Ramble. Oh, you're in for another fun-filled discussion about my mental issues and whatnot. Are you excited? I sure hope you are. Sorry. Alright. It is Tuesday, March 17th at 10:45 p.m. EST. I love how, once again, I was going to do a thing where, I started record, I was going to start recording earlier and, talk about some things, then come back later and do, the big thing. Kind of like I was the other day, except, of course, when I was going to do it, my sweet mate and people in the hallway started to, just be insanely noisy, and I'm like, okay, well, now I can't do it. And here we are, we're just doing the usual, which, I guess if it's not broken, don't mess with it, but what can I say? It's kind of hard to sit with this stuff. It's still hard to sit with even after I ramble, but at least I get it out a little bit. So yeah, I woke up a whole lot of times today. I didn't get out of bed until about 8:50. Went to my first class. Then I hung out in the hallway for a little bit, watched some Oz. I'm on season 4 now, 4 of 6. So we're rapidly approaching the end. Kind of, a little bit, I don't know. Then I went to Earth History, and I did my presentation with my group. They seem to think we did okay. I think we did significantly worse than the first time, but also we got a better grade this time than the first time. So I don't know. Also, I presented the 2 slides that I made, and then I was supposed to present 2 more, and this guy, so it was my 2 slides, then this one guy goes, and then this other guy goes for 5 slides in a row, and then I do 2 more, and then the conclusion by the last guy. Well, so we get to the first slide that I'm supposed to do after my first 2, and the guy starts reading it off by himself. I'm like, I guess I'm not doing this. And then he's like, okay, you want to read this one? I'm like, well, you threw it off. And he's like, yeah, I know, my bad. I don't think we did very good. So then, I came back to my room, and I tried to call some places about internships, and I had quite a few struggles. A lot of this kind of stuff was stupid. A lot of the menus places I called, I got really confused by, or I couldn't get a straight path to HR, and I didn't know what to do. I left quite a few messages at places. One place, in fact, they even talked to a guy who was gonna take the message for me, and he was very nice, and he seemed very interested in the fact that I was calling about an internship. I don't know if that's gonna go anywhere, but he seemed very. He was like, yeah, I'll tell her. He was excited almost. Then I called this place called Dickman Supply. If the name, spoiler alert, the name gives away how they behave on the phone, because I called them and I asked for HR, and I was rudely informed that this was not the number for HR, and then I was told the number for HR, and then I was hung up on after profusely apologizing for calling the wrong number. I didn't call HR, but I called their company, thought maybe they could transfer me. No. So I didn't call them back. I will not be getting an internship at Dickman Supply. The name implies how they behave. There are quite a few other choice words I could use to describe the lady who I talked to, but you know me, I try to not use those words outside of my head. But me and my head was flying off the handle, you best believe. To this day, I have only said one swear word, and it was under a time of extreme stress. So I believe that time was acceptable. I don't know. I gotta save them for special occasions. Although who knows? Maybe one day my whatever is holding me back from just using them all the time will just break, and I'll just start saying all the words I think in my head about people and things and existence and life. So then, after, let's see, because I made the calls, and then Yeah, so shortly after I went and got dinner, I had ramen, and it was pretty good. And then I stopped at the vending machine and grabbed a candy bar. Then I came back here, and I was laying on my bed watching Oz, and then I was just like feeling really bad, like mentally, and I started getting the shakes, and shakes wouldn't stop. So I was laying there hugging Sharky like my life depended on it. Pretending I was talking to my bestie, and the shakes just wouldn't quit. And then eventually, I fell asleep for like half an hour, I think, maybe 20 minutes, I don't know. Then they were gone for a little bit, and then they came back. And then I tried, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes ago, I tried this new fitness game I got on my Switch, because I was like, we're going to try and exercise. I also have a boxing game, which I think I've talked about before. The boxing game is like my thing. I have fun doing it. Haven't done it in a long time, but I have fun. This one just seemed like something different. I wanted to try it. I did their little tutorial, and I mean, it was okay. The only problem is I didn't realize that a lot of these exercises, I thought they were mostly arm things. Turns out a lot of them are arm and leg things at the same time. Fun fact, with disability, it makes it kind of hard to balance and do things with arms and legs at the same time. So it was just a little odd. I don't know, I might give it another go tomorrow, or I might just do boxing, or I might not do anything. We'll see. So yeah, that was my day. Now for the fun stuff. Now for the fun depression stuff. Aren't we excited? I hear cheering. I mean, no, I don't. So ever since I went to the doctors over spring break, I can't get the image out of my head of how much I weigh. Fun fact, I weigh like 265. And I haven't been able to shake it. And I have felt terrible about my body and my image and everything about me. And today, especially, for some reason, it was atrocious. And then when I was looking in the mirror to shave, it was like, look at you. You're ugly. You will never pass, or transition smoothly, or look good in any capacity whatsoever. So that was fun. That was really fun. So now the part where, if my bestie is listening, which I don't know if she is, but if she is, she's gonna be upset with me. And I'm not saying the rest of you won't be upset with me, but I know from experience, at least, as of the last time we were in communication, she would get upset with me when I do this. So apologies. So I may not have eaten breakfast or lunch or any kind of food prior to dinner. So, I was up at like 8:50 and then didn't eat till about 5:30. And I plan to continue doing it for a little bit. What can I say? I woke up today, I didn't feel like I deserved to eat food. And I told myself I wasn't allowed to eat until I felt I had deserved it. All around dinner, my brain had decided we were there. And I have a feeling we're going to be stuck in this cycle for a little bit. It's not fun and exciting. Oh, yes, it is. Sorry, bestie, don't hate me. But also don't freak out, because this isn't the first time I've done it, as you know. If you're listening, which I don't know if you are, but I have to take precautions in the fact that if you are, I have to hopefully keep you from being concerned about me. Because I feel really bad. Because I am not worth the stress. Don't know if you believe me, though, because I feel like I've said that before, and you have proven me wrong. I don't know. It's just, I felt like I needed to punish myself for being such an absolute mess the other day and today and this was the only way I could think to do it. I'm not gonna lie, it felt kind of good to punish myself in this way. Once again, probably not a good thing, but ooh, my teacher just posted our next programming project. Woo, isn't that exciting? I promise I'm not getting distracted by that. I just want to see when that's due. Apologies if my computer makes like a really loud fan noise while I check to see when it's due. Let's see, it is due comparative languages. Oh, we're doing stuff in Ruby now. Okay, it's due on the 26th. So next Thursday by 11:59. Okay. Yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, punishing. So I've been an absolute mess recently, and I felt like I just didn't deserve to eat, and punishment was in order, and I think it still is in order. That said, who knows? Tomorrow it might be different. I might just skip lunch as opposed to breakfast, because I do have my class at 8, and something tells me, like, 'cause tomorrow I don't know, something tells me dealing with team projects and lab, because I have labs on Wednesdays, might be kind of a challenge if I don't eat, but we'll see what kind of mood I'm in, I guess. Also, apologies for the the non-standard ramble titles. I've been feeling this one might have a different title as well. It's just when I have these ones where like I know I'm gonna like discuss like semi-important things, it helps me differentiate the days, like these not so good days, from the regular when I change the titles up. Kind of like I can look at that and I can go, oh yeah, today I talked about the fact that I've not been eating very much. I had dinner and a candy bar, so that's probably more than I should have eaten. I probably shouldn't have eaten that. Oh, that reminds me, and I'm sure I've said this before, I owe my bestie an apology. See, because back when we used to talk all the time, somebody running the vacuum? Bro, it's 10:56. Why? Okay, so she would drink like coffee or whatever, and then like I'd get on her about not eating, and she'd be like, I'm just not hungry, and I wouldn't believe her. And I don't think I ever got the chance to apologize to her for this, because ever since I started drinking coffee here, how many years ago that was, like last year, the year before, whatever. I've since then learned that when you drink coffee, you should just stop being hungry. I haven't had coffee today. It just occurred to me that I don't think I ever apologized to her for that. So, apologies once again. I don't know if she's listening to this one or what. I don't know. Sorry, I'm going all over the place. Plus the vacuum, dude. Why are we running the vacuum? It's almost 11 o'clock. Jesus Christ. My God. Okay, for those that don't know, if you're thinking I'm making a big deal out of this, quiet hours during the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday, they start at 10. And if you're obsessively loud, you get in trouble. Friday, Saturday, it's extended to start at midnight. But, like, why? 10:50, what on earth? I feel bad enough using my hairdryer at non-quiet hour times, which is why I hardly use it now. Okay, sorry, that was out of pocket. Did I use that phrase right? I have no idea. That was probably really weird. I'm sorry. What can I say? I'm in a mood, but I'm always in a mood, and I'm sure you're all aware of that. That reminds me. So I was watching Oz, and I don't remember what was said that made me think of this. But I think it'd be really cool, other than stabbing one of my own eye. I want to be a pirate, and I think if I lost an eye, and it'd be cool. That's not where I was going. Sorry, I pirate brained for about 2 seconds. So like, what if I could like? Okay, so like, what if I could like rip out like all the negative emotions that are in my brain? Like all those qualities about myself that nobody's a fan of. What if I could just rip those out, and like that could be a person of me, and then like the rest of it would be another person, and there'd be like 2 of me? Wouldn't that be cool? Because then listen, we could do rambles where it's like just the person made of my good qualities, and they'd be like so much happier and better and positive. And like also I could do like rambles where it's the both of them, and it'd be like there's 2 people, and they could like banter and bounce off one another. Well, okay, that one's a little more out there. Or like I could get things done double, then maybe, because there'd be 2 and double productive. you know, I don't know, it just got me thinking, because these negative qualities and emotions and whatever else are always swimming around up there. It's like, what if I could just like pull those out into like a separate version of me, and they coexisted at the same time, and then you guys would only have to deal with the positive one, because I wouldn't subject you to the negative one like I do most days. Apologies for that as well. I've just been in such a bad state recently, which is really odd considering the good day we had the other day. Apologies for this. No, apologies about 8 times past 10 seconds. I'm praying that this will improve. It should. Give me some time. You guys know that I always bounce back and whatnot. Eventually, or I just fake it long enough that I hope it sounds like I'm not a mess. Any hooser. Let's see. It's already been 16 minutes. Crazy how fast times goes when you're doing whatever this is. I was gonna say having fun, but this might not necessarily be fun for some of you. This might be like you're listening. You're like, Joe, what about this is good? What about this is fun? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up here. So, as always, if you liked what you're listening to, hit like, leave feedback in the comments below, subscribe and post notifications to stay up to date on things I post. Follow me on Twitter if you feel some kind of do something for that's in the description below. And as always, don't forget, respect means the world to me, and I love you all. If you can hear that through the, I don't know, I know I'm negative and sarcastic all the time, but I promise it's the truth. Most importantly, I wish my best to you more than anyone else and anything else in the entire world. I can't wait until I get to talk to her again and hang out with her and do stuff with her. I had a fourth thing to think of. I think I said 3 things. Maybe I only said 2. I had another thing and I have forgotten what it was. So, oopsies. Anyway, I guess we'll see if the hunger problems persist into tomorrow, although I have a thinking suspicion they will. Honestly, it's not that bad once you get over once you tell your body to quit complaining about the stomach pain from being hungry. It's not that bad. But I'll be back tomorrow with a ramble. Until then, bye.